Alright guys, good morning. My name's Joe, and a little history about myself. I just got out of rehab yesterday. I was a full-blown addict of methamphetamines, smoking marijuana, drinking alcohol for about 16 years. The last 9 years I smoked methamphetamines for every single day. Me and my boyfriend ended up getting caught up in a situation where we got pulled over and got busted with 2 pounds of meth. It was my meth. It was my car. It was my money. But he decided that he was going to take the blame. It's kind of weird. I questioned myself why. I didn't understand it at first when I was still using. I hated myself. I kind of hated him because he took the blame without asking me. He's doing 10 years in prison now. He's completely innocent. He's never been in trouble before. Never gotten a ticket before. Me, on the other hand, I've been a full-blown addict. I had a theft addiction. And I started a new drinking addiction. I always questioned God. Why ain't I in prison? Why is he in prison? And I hated myself for that. My sister always told me that there's a reason why I didn't go to prison, that God has a plan for everything, and I just didn't understand it. Smoking meth, I just was cloud-minded. I didn't get it. I hated God for it. And I hated myself for it. I finally found a rehab called Via de Esperanza in New Mexico. And I finally could say that I found myself. I found my higher power, which is God. I opened my eyes, my ears, and my soul to him and asked him for guidance, and he's done just that and more. The reason why I'm making this video is because I know there's a bunch of addicts out there that don't understand that God is watching you. God loves you. God has not given up on you. I say I rode with the devil for 16 years because I did the devil's work all those years I was addicted to drugs. I thought I was helping people out, but instead I was feeding them drugs. I was showing them how to steal. I was showing them how to break the law. Now that I'm sober and in that rehab, I learned that I could help people out, but in a positive way. I learned that there's so much things that matter in an addict's life, from saying good morning in the morning to saying good night at night and everything in between. Don't ever think you're too far in your addiction. I thought for sure that either my organs were going to fail or something was going to happen if I were to get sober. But it was all the devil putting stuff in my head. Don't ever think you're not strong enough, because I was the weakest soul walking into that rehab. I was ready just to give up. I was ready to give up on life. I was ready to give up on my boyfriend. I was ready to give up on my family. And that rehab saved me. I call it a miracle. I don't know what other word could be used for it. God made me a promise, and I'll tell you that promise later on in another video because that's a whole different story. But I'm ready to keep my promise, and part of my promise was to help people out and to help them with my story to get out of their addiction. I did 30 days in rehab, and throughout those 30 days I met people that were lost. I met people that had been found also. I met people that went in there high. And I was able to connect with those people, and I was able to make them feel comfortable. And when they wanted to go home, I was able to let them know that it's going to be all right, to let them know that days get better, and to tell them to keep on giving it one more day. And it worked. I graduated yesterday, and I could say about 12 of those people thanked me for doing just that. I went above and beyond. I would help the RTA. I did 51 hours of community service. I got 7 different certificates for overachieving. I got leadership certificate for being an officer. And I could say that I went to bed every night happy and woke up even happier. Leaving that place is kind of hard, but now I'm on my new mission. My new mission to give my testimony, to touch as many hearts as I can, to save as many lives as I can, and to get my boyfriend out of prison. I know you probably don't even care about this video, but I'm going to give you a psalm from the Bible for addicts that I found. And it goes something like this. And though the Lord give you the bread and the adversity and the water of affliction, yet your teacher would not hide himself anymore, But your eyes shall see your teacher, and your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. When you turn to the right, or when you turn to the left. I've learned throughout my sobriety that God opens good doors and closes bad ones. And even though we don't understand what those bad doors are, it's okay. Don't be scared. Just go with the flow. Ask God to open your eyes, to open your ears, and to open your heart. And I guarantee you, you'll start understanding. Throughout my time in rehab, God was talking to me the whole time. He sent me messages through the RTAs. He sent me messages through my peers. He sent me messages in the counselors, the groups, our AA group. And what I was going through that day in my life, there was a message for it. He gave me signs to make sure that my boyfriend was okay and that he was thinking about me when I asked. He helped me stumble and fix every problem, every flaw that I had before I walked out of that rehab. And I can say that my faith is back restored to 100%. If you're down at the bottom and you feel like there's no more chance, there is. Trust me, I was there. Take it from me, it's worth it. I don't care if it's rehab, I don't care if it's church, I don't care if it's family. If you have anything that'll help you get sober and that'll encourage you to get sober, please use that. God was my rehab. God was my family. God was my sobriety. And I couldn't thank him enough. Still to this day, outside of rehab, he's still blessing me with a bunch of stuff. He's still blessing me when I bump into a problem. He's still blessing me when I need something. I'm actually sitting outside the rehab because I slept out here last night. But it didn't matter because I don't need a motel to be comfortable. I have my blanket, my pillow, and my giraffe that my boyfriend gave me for Valentine's, and that was enough. I slept good. I woke up in the morning like I usually do when I was in rehab. I played a little music for the guys that smoke a cigarette outside in rehab, and I'm about to get my day started and see what today has to bring in store for me. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to be healthy, and I'm blessed to still have my family and the support that I have when I go back home. Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever think you can't, because you could. And I believe in you. I pray for all addicts in this world. I pray that you restore your sanity. I pray that you restore your soul. And I pray that you could see that there is such thing as being high off life. I didn't put my face in this video because I'm not too used to videos and I'm not sure how this is going to go. But if it does go good and you guys do enjoy this, then I might just put my face in the video. That way you guys can see the person I am and where I'm coming from. That verse from the Bible is Isaiah 30:20-21, if anybody's interested in rereading it. Thank you for your time. I hope everybody has a blessed day. And don't forget, you are strong enough and you can do it. Thank you. Love you all. Bye-bye.